Hey folks, Longhorn Lester here, and today I'm going to be doing a job that I'm very nervous about. Everyone knows that we've had the RV set up here inside our RV cover for quite a while, and unfortunately we've never really had it centered or placed in the right location. Because of that, I've kind of been using a lot of the RV cover to store my stuff, and Jamie's about sick of that. So today what I'm going to do is take my tractor and I'm going to attempt to lift up the RV, raise the legs, and slide it over to the correct placement, and then take all of the things I've been storing over here. It's not really junk, they're good things, but park them where they belong and get the entire area cleaned up nicely. I'm going to flip my camera around and show you guys the situation that we're having, and then I will hope that you'll follow along and see how I do this, and that I don't tear anything up, because that's my biggest worry, that I'm going to tear something up. Y'all join me. So the RV has been sitting here for, I would say, the last 4 or 5 months, and we really do love the RV cover. It keeps the RV nice and protected from a lot of the elements, the wind, the rain, and everything else, the direct sun. But as you can see here on the back side, we don't have the best of setups over here. There's a whole lot of wasted space that I want to address, or I want to take the RV today using my tractor. I want to lift up the front of the RV enough to be able to raise my legs. Once I have it lifted, I want to pull it forward and move it over about 6 foot to where I have these slides protruding out over the dirt area. Now, don't forget, we left the dirt area for a very special reason. That's where we could run our water line, we could run our septic line, and we could run all of our cables and everything else here in the dirt and not have to go across the top of our concrete slab. What that will also do, by moving it over 6 foot, will allow us an additional 6 foot here in the very front, where, as you can see, I'm also storing a lot of junk. Listen, this property is blessed to have a very large 40-foot container that's watertight, waterproofed, and it's also got a red barn where I can keep a lot of my things like tractors and lawnmowers, and we have a feed room. But just like everybody else, I sometimes get a little bit lazy. I'll unload stuff over here. I will not keep things moved where it needs to be moved to. And over time, things begin to accumulate. So you have a nice look right now at how it looks before, and then I will get started. And let's hope that we don't have any issues with anything. I don't want to tear anything up. I'm going to keep all of the security cameras attached. You guys know that I did not do a very good job when I run all of this cables. I'm not really a cable running kind of a guy. I just kind of like lay it around. But I will unsnap or unpop all of those, disconnect, and then I'll move the RV over. We'll attempt to reconnect everything back where it goes. Blow. I want to blow and clean all of this off. I might even need to get my power sprayer and spray it nice. And I want to make this area look a whole lot nicer. We're so blessed to have this property. We've had it for a year now. We've done so many things with it. But one thing that I don't want to do is slowly start trying to end up, not taking my time to put things where they belong and cluttering things up. I'm not a clutter kind of a guy, and I feel like I've done just that in this particular area. So you guys come with me. Let's hope I can keep the girls out of my way, and we'll get a few jobs done. First things first, let's move my lawnmower. Look out, girls. right, so the first thing that I've done was come by and moved all of the stuff I had stacked around the RV, just kind of pushed it out of the way for now. I'll clean it all up, not to worry. But I did disconnect all of our little septic water line, our fresh water line, all of our cables going into it. The only thing I left hooked up was my power supply, because I want to make sure I use that power to be able to do all of my lifting of my legs and pushing all of my slides in. What I'll do now is go inside and start putting all of those slides in and have those out of the way. And then I think that we'll be ready to get the tractor over and start trying to move things around. All right, now the fun part, but also very dangerous. I'm going to start moving my slides in. So we're going to start with the slide up front. I've already made sure that everything's off the floor, all the carpets and little rugs are moved out of the way. There's nothing in the way of that slide. We'll pull it in as far as it'll come in. And, okay, there you go. That slide is in. Slide number 2. It looks to be our kitchen slide. I'm going to have that pull in as far as it needs to. It'll stop right before it hits the shelf there, the island. Okay, slide number 2 is in. Slide 3 is the bedroom here behind me. Okay. I almost made a mistake there and forgot to move my rifle. My rifle I had leaning along the wall over here, but I moved the rifle to the bed, and so that will be out of our way now. Okay. Now the bedroom slide has been moved in. What you have to do now is raise your steps. Move, girls. Move, girls. I don't want the girls going inside, but I'll open the door up, and then I do believe the steps here just go straight up in. And then they will also latch. When they get to a certain spot, they will latch into place. All right, the next step is to get the tractor out and about. I don't think we'll need a counterbalance on the back of this tractor. I certainly hope not. All right, so we have the RV sitting on the tractor bucket. I do believe that I can raise the legs here and the tractor's going to hold it up. If by any chance we start realizing that the tractor's starting to come off the ground in the back, then we will stop immediately. So I've forgotten how to do this, but what I want to do is retract. So let's watch and see if our legs actually retract. And once again, I'm watching. Retract the front. We're going to watch the front. So as of right now, the tractor bucket is holding just fine. My legs up front are coming off the ground. I just don't want to put too much weight on this thing and have any damages. We don't want to damage anything. I don't know for a fact. I just don't know for a fact if the tractor bucket is able to hold that much weight. I think it would be because my truck does. But then again, the dually is a double axled, and I'm sure it's built for a lot more weight than this bucket. Let's go a little bit more and see what happens. Oh Lord, I don't want to hurt or damage anything. We're watching the tractor. Okay, as of right now, both of our legs in the front are up off the ground. Let's put the back legs up. We're still watching the tractor. There's quite a bit of weight on the front. I want you to look at my tire over here. And I do not like that. I do not like that much weight being on my tractor. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and level this thing back out where it goes. We are not going to do this. We will in fact wait until we have my truck. I'm putting my legs back into place. I'm gonna raise this thing back up. Friends, we will not be doing this with my tractor. I don't think it's worth risking damaging the tractor or the RV. All right, the hardest thing about using the fifth wheel attachment, the hitch, is that I have to put this into the back of the truck, and it's very, just extremely heavy. So what I'm going to try to do is lift it from here up to the old man step that we have, and from there lift a little bit higher onto here and see if I can get it back there. Guys, this is not an easy job. What you don't want to do is end up hurting yourself in all of this. So you have to know your limitations. You have to know your limitations. And I think I'm pretty good at knowing my limits. Trying to use my legs more so than my back. Or if I can hold that right there and then get myself into the truck without this falling down. Or maybe I might be wiser. I might be the wiser to do this over here. I might be the wiser to do this and just kind of go up systematically using my legs. I don't want to use my back. I'll just use my legs. Come on, Lester Eugene March. What? Lester Eugene March Jr. Alrighty. There we go. Okay. I think that I got that. Hoo-wee! Now, I will try to twist this around and attempt to slide it into position right about there-ish. Now those have to sit down in. All right, those have to be straight. And those should go down in those holes if they're straight. I got one in. No, I don't. A little patience here, friends. Ha, ha, ha. A little patience goes a long ways. All right, that one's in. The beauty of this truck is that it does have a way to help guide me and line me up. It's not always fail-proof, so I will absolutely go back and have a peek. All right, I may have gone too far back. I don't know. I wanted to leave more space up front for a sitting area, a hangout area, but I don't want to go so far off the back end that I end up going off of the, I don't want to go off the back end too far. So I have gone a little bit too far back. I'm going to pull it straight forward, maybe about 5 feet or so, just enough to get me back onto the overhang, the awning. As far as the back side, I think this is wonderful. We're nice and lined up straight. Those slides can still come out. All of my power, my septic, my water can all run here in the dirt like I had planned. All I'm going to do is go forward a couple of feet just to get us back, not centered. I don't want to be centered. I want to have space at the front of the RV for a sitting area. And I think if I can do that, 3, 2, and 1, we're going to go ahead and call it right there. I'm going to turn my truck off. And I do believe that this is where the RV is going to sit. I'm going to go ahead and just check the back right quick. All of the water is closed off. The gray water, the black water. What you see, yes, okay. So we are still underneath the awning, the RV cover. We don't need as much space back here. We do have a ramp if we ever needed it to go back and whatever, but we don't need the ramp. We always thought that if we ever wanted to pull the RV off somewhere, we can come up our driveway, circle it around, come right through here and pull it straight onto the RV cover or underneath the RV cover. But as of right here, we have a whole lot more space up front. It may not appear so, but you can see where the tires used to sit. So we've gone at least a good 3 foot further back, which gives us quite a bit more space up here. This patio needs to be blown off and cleaned off real nicely. And guys, I think we're looking pretty good right here. All of these over here are our security cameras. I unhooked all of those. I'll hook those back up. And then, of course, the beauty of this over here is look at all the space we have up front. I have a whole lot of space up front for a patio, sitting area, or for whatever we may want to have up here after we do a lot of cleaning, obviously. Okay, I think that this is good. I'm going to go ahead and disattach from the truck, get everything leveled back up. Need to move these cables here out of the way so as we don't end up smashing them when the legs come down. And I'll do the same thing over here. And that was how easy it was, guys. Very easy to move your RV around if you need to. A lot of people have been wondering why we don't do more with the RV as far as taking it places. And I'll just let you know that I'm a little bit concerned and nervous about pulling it. It's heavy. It's a heavy RV, and I just don't like having to pull such heavy loads. I think the truck is plenty big to pull it, but it's just not comfortable for me. And I think anyone who's ever had to do something, it's no fun if it's not comfortable, friends. It's no fun if it's not comfortable for you. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing disattached and leveled. All right, so our power is hooked back up. We're going to go ahead and lower our front. We will lower our front enough to get it off of the truck. And then once I pull the truck forward and get out from underneath it, then I can go ahead and do the auto leveling. I think that both legs are coming down. And once both legs touch, it will begin to come up off of the truck fifth wheel hitch. I'm watching for that now. Should be any second now. There we go. Okay, and at this point, I can go ahead and pull my truck on out of there and we'll start the auto level process. All right, while our slides are still in, we're gonna go ahead and go to the auto level. So what happens is it will lower the front a little bit. Once it gets to level, the front where it wants it, it'll end up moving other legs around. And it's an auto level system, which makes it really easy on us. It takes a while. I don't know exactly how that works on the inners of the RV, but you'll be seeing up and down and left and right, and everything will be shifting around. Remember, the gray and the black water are turned off. This must just be some condensation that was built up in there that never drained out. But I can promise you it's not black water, y'all. We're fine. But I'll still take and clean off all of this area as soon as the RV has leveled itself. First thing I'll do is take my blower and blow all of the leaves and everything off. and then I'll reconnect all of my security cameras. What I probably should have done, and of course now it's hindsight 2020, but what I probably should have done is put that cap on there. If I would have put that cap on here, I wouldn't have had any leakage at all. I know you're concerned about having toxic leakage, but I can guarantee you that gray water is not toxic. Okay, I believe that the RV has leveled itself. I'm going to go ahead and get everything. There we go. It's all leveled up. Everything's wonderful there. I'll turn that power off, and that's good. Now, friends, it's time to start cleaning up a little bit. You can see how muddy and dirty everything is. But I would say job well done. Overall, job well done.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.